It was supposed to be a typical Saturday Night Live skit. Tom Hanks, the American icon, making fun of a political movement. But no one could have predicted that this one performance would ignite a firestorm, turning what was meant to be comedy into a cultural war. The skit, which poked fun at MAGA supporters with a crude caricature of the far-right crowd, quickly became the center of controversy. The audience at Studio 8H laughed, but outside the confines of the show, the reactions were anything but funny. Karoline Leavitt, a rising star in the conservative world, wasn't laughing. She watched the skit unfold with disbelief. For her, it wasn't just a sketch. It was an attack on people she cared about, an attack on millions of Americans who believed in the values of the MAGA movement. As someone who had already made waves with her unapologetic political views, Karoline didn't sit back and take it. She immediately took to social media, launching an all-out assault on both Hanks and the show that had given him the platform. What happened on SNL tonight wasn't comedy. It was an insult to every American who believes in the greatness of this country, Karoline's post read. Tom Hanks and NBC may think they can get away with mocking millions of people, but I won't let it slide. Her words hit like a bombshell, sparking a backlash that no one saw coming. The hashtag boycott SNL quickly began trending, and soon, conservative media outlets were picking up the story. People who had never even thought twice about Hanks or SNL were suddenly paying attention, questioning the role Hollywood had in shaping public opinion. The conversation shifted from a harmless joke to something much larger, an industry willing to attack an entire political movement to push a narrative. If you're enjoying the story, click on the subscribe button so you don't miss more stories like this. Let's continue. The controversy didn't stop with social media posts and trending hashtags. Leaked footage from behind the scenes of SNL painted a different picture of how the skit came together. Sources inside NBC reveal that the sketch wasn't just a random piece of satire. It was a carefully crafted message designed to spark division. The skit had been approved at the highest levels, with an eye on driving a wedge between Americans. It wasn't just about politics anymore. It was about control. Who controlled the narrative, and how far would they go to shape it? As more leaks emerged, the media frenzy intensified. News outlets ran stories questioning whether NBC and SNL had used the skit to further a political agenda. Was this really just satire, or was it part of a much larger plan to influence public opinion? The question lingered in the air, with no easy answers in sight. Hollywood, a place known for its liberal leanings, was now being questioned for its role in pushing boundaries under the guise of humor. Karoline didn't back down. She doubled down on her criticism, holding press conferences and giving interviews, condemning the skit and calling out Hollywood elites for their disregard for millions of conservative Americans. This isn't about one skit. It's about how the entertainment industry thinks they can control what we believe, she said in one heated interview. They mock us, they silence us, and they think they can get away with it. But I'm here to make sure that doesn't happen. For Hanks, the fallout was immediate. The beloved actor, who had built a career on being America's sweetheart, now found himself at the center of a political firestorm. Paparazzi hounded him outside restaurants, cameras flashing as reporters asked him if he regretted participating in the controversial sketch. Hanks, always known for his likability, remained tight-lipped. His silence spoke volumes. Was he just another actor caught up in a bigger agenda, or did he fully embrace the divisive skit? His refusal to answer left many wondering. Behind closed doors, NBC executives scrambled to contain the damage. But the more they tried to deflect, the more the situation spiraled out of control. Sources close to the network revealed that the decision to run the skit wasn't a spontaneous one. It was a carefully planned move, part of a larger strategy to increase viewership by tapping into the political divide. The skit was never just about humor. It was about making a statement. And it worked. The controversy pushed SNL back into the headlines, but at what cost? As weeks passed, the debate raged on. The skit had opened a Pandora's box that no one was prepared for. It became clear that this wasn't just about one joke. It was about the role of entertainment in political discourse. Could comedy still be just comedy, or had it become something far more dangerous? The line between satire and propaganda was now blurred, and no one seemed sure where it would end. For Karoline, the battle was far from over. She had become a symbol for those who felt their voices were being ignored by Hollywood and the media. She continued to speak out, even as the backlash against her grew. But her mission had taken on a life of its own. This wasn't just about a single skit or a single celebrity. It was about a fight for control over the narratives that shaped American culture. The fallout from the skit rippled through Hollywood, late-night TV, and political satire. Hanks may have been the face of the controversy, but it was much bigger than him. It was about the power of entertainment and the lengths to which those in control would go to shape the world's perception. The events that followed proved that one joke could not only start a firestorm. It could spark a cultural shift that left lasting consequences for the entertainment industry. And as the dust settled, the question remained, who controls the narrative? Subscribe for more videos like this. Like and share.